Hello again, my tiaras and my crowns. How are you doing today? So we are back with another video. I know the watermarks. I told you I was going to be back with one more video, and I didn't know it was going to be this video. Now, if you do not know, Tati just uploaded the biggest boom of 2020. Okay. So basically, what's going on in her video, she said what everyone is saying, that Jeffree Star manipulated her, and so did Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson actually had a heavier hand in it than what we all thought. So we definitely going to be breaking apart her video, and let's see what we find. Let's discuss. Like, this is crazy. My mind is blown, y'all. My mind is blown. So honestly, I'm just gonna do just a tiny bit of recap about what was going on. This is what happened with John Getting 2, and she just going in about her experience of 2019 and her side of the story. Cause remember, she was quiet this whole time, just leaving little stupid ass messages on Twitter, which was irking the hell out of me. I don't know about y'all, but it was irking me. But she finally released a video. She will talk about her involvement with Shane, her involvement with James Charles. It gets crazy. Where I want to start off at, what I think is the most important, is that James Charles get his apology from her publicly. They already, like she's going to say, she already apologized privately, and that she's going to apologize publicly, and he actually deserved that. Like, he was a 19-year-old kid, and the whole world was just coming down on him for absolutely no reason, for bullshit. So I just want to play this apology that she did to James, because that's the most important, I think.
My words. I did write this, and this is from my heart, but I am being careful here, and I think you guys understand why. Back in December 2019, after Shane and Jeffrey's series ended, James Charles came to my LA home, and we compared DMs, texts, and stories about what had happened behind the scenes. We apologized to each other, forgave each other, and agreed to wait patiently until it was safe for me to share my story. Since that night, James Charles has repeatedly said that he wanted to be beside me for this video. But I felt it was important that I do it alone, because he deserves my first apology. And I am really sorry, James. And I've said that privately, but I want you to hear it publicly. I'm sorry.
I find it amazing that James Charles can find in his heart to even consider sitting down and actually doing this video with Tati, after what that Bye Sister video could have really destroyed his career. So I really give him props. He deserved all the success that he got. And I'm not going to go through the whole video. I'm going to link her video down in the description box below. But I do want to go through a couple parts that stood out to me. I want to get into the Shane Dawson part of her video, because I'm going to have to do a separate video about Jeffree Star, because this is just too much. So I'm going to skip Jeffree Star stuff, because that's going to be his own little own video, because I got some words to say about that. So according to Tati, the documentary that Shane did with Jeffree Star was supposed to have things about James Charles being a quote quote predator. Now, I can't believe he would even do something like this. Like, nah, I'm lying. I can believe it. I mean, look at him. It's Shane Dawson. Look at his past. I believe it. But he had this grandpa, view on YouTube. So that's why Tati didn't think nothing of it. And I don't really blame her.
Shane came over one afternoon in April, and I opened up and shared things that I've only shared with my closest of friends. I shared that I had been the victim of sexual assault. I spoke about my faith and told him how deeply I feel for others. He shared with me that he was an empath and that he could feel all of my pain. He pledged his unending friendship and loyalty to me forever in this life and in the next one. He told me that God had called me to be a beacon of light for the world so that it could be a better place. He also shared that Jeffrey had wanted me to have a small role in their docuseries, but the entire series was quickly changing because there was something horrible happening in our community with James Charles. He said that James Charles was a monster with many victims. Yes, I knew that Shane was friends with Jeffrey and that they were working together, but I thought to myself, why would Shane Dawson, the king of truth on YouTube, be turning against James Charles unless these things he was saying were true? Why would Shane sit in my home and spend so many hours telling me these horrific allegations if they were not true? Shane said that James Charles was a monster and that James Charles was hurting minors. Shane said he was planning to interview victims for the docuseries. He told me that something needed to be done to stop him from hurting more people.
All right, so you heard what Tati had to say about the manipulation that she was under between Jeffree Star and also Shane Dawson, and how they was gonna include it into the docu series. So the whole fake crying that Shane did is fake. It was all fake, and I just this rabbit hole is just gonna go deeper and deeper. I honestly believe her. I believe Tati. You know why I believe her? Let's be honest. She was so unproblematic. All she did was did her makeup reviews, did little tutorials, upload every day. You did not hear Tati in no bullshit until she got involved with Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. So I definitely believe everything that she's saying. And I'm gonna do a second part because I'm gonna do a part strictly for the whole Jeffree Star and what Jeffree Star did in the beauty community and what he did to other beauty influencers. But I do think that Shane Dawson will come out. I think Shane might break. You already know his mental health is not the best. And I think he might break and come back on camera and go against Jeffree Star. I think Jeffree Star is going to be out left out to dry, and he definitely deserve it. I do want to add one more clip. I don't want to make this video too long because this watermark is not cute, royals, and I know y'all deserve nothing but the best. So I am gonna add one more clip and then a little bit of my commentary. Then tomorrow I'll be back in depth with no watermark. But I do want to talk about how Shane Dawson was the one to actually reach out to Tati and asked to edit her video, her Bye Sister video, and title it for her. But when she was so concerned about James Charles' mental health, he said the most disgusting thing about his mental health. And I don't want to repeat it. I'm going to have Tati tell you. So let's get into it.
Gaslit. Shane Dawson didn't just know about my Bye Sister video. He offered to help edit it. He even offered to design the thumbnail and help title it. I declined his offer, but his gesture supported and reinforced for me that he was telling the truth. Why else would he jeopardize his career? So surely Jeffrey was telling the truth too. Keep in mind that up until this point, I didn't even know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I had even made a decision to film? I struggled with the decision to film my video for days. The night before I did film, Jeffrey sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in their voice. The audio was clearly a small portion of a larger conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me. As a victim of abuse myself, I know how terrifying it is to think of facing public humiliation and legal proceedings. It wasn't my place to contact authorities. It was not my place to contact authorities or the alleged victim, and I made no mention of it in my video. The night before posting my video, Bye Sister, I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles, that he was out of the country on the high floor of a hotel and I was afraid for him hurting himself. Shane texted me back and said that I should not be nervous about the 50th floor, that James Charles was a narcissist and that he would never do that.
Now, y'all, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Shane Dawson the main one speaking about how his anxiety always high and he always talk about depression? So why is he making fun of James Charles' mental health? That was really blows me the most because he always act like the number one advocate when it comes to mental health. And with that, I'm going to end this one here. But I do want to thank you so very much for even dealing with me until now. I do want you to go ahead and like this video and also subscribe and join the royal family. And I see you in the next one. Bye.